Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Sunday, April 5th, 2026. Of course, it is Easter in the Western Christian tradition, and so we are dressed in purple here because the Passion of Christ was traditionally associated with the color purple. And in my view, it is the color of the spiritual heart, the highest healing vibration. So for all those reasons and more, we are in purple here today. Having said that, Easter Sunday is not an especially easeful day, astrologically speaking. The sun is at 15, moving to 16 degrees of dynamic and impetuous, fire sign Aries. Today it's in a hard square, 90-degree angle to Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion, and Jupiter is the ruling planet of religion and philosophy. So we can interpret this by saying today there may be disputes or a lack of understanding regarding true spiritual principles. In any case, the moon is moving through the latter degrees of deep, dark, emotionally intense water sign Scorpio for most of the day. In the evening, it does move into the more lighthearted fire sign of Sagittarius, but that's not until much later. The first aspect that the moon makes is an awkward angle, an inconjunct, 150-degree adapt, just, accommodate angle from 25 degrees of Scorpio to Chiron, cold wounded healer, 25 degrees of Aries. Not a lot of fun. That occurs in the morning, 8:29 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:29 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 4:29 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Next comes the moon in a harmonious flowing trine to Mars, a planet of energy but often conflict. This is a kind of a rouser. It gives us a lot of energy. Hopefully we can use it for the best. The moon is at 26 degrees of Scorpio. Mars is at 26 degrees of Pisces. 10:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 6:07 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Then comes the real bugaboo, which is the moon at 28 degrees of Scorpio in a direct opposition to Uranus, the chaos planet, freedom from the known. A lot of sudden changes and often really tough stuff. 28 degrees of Taurus, exact at 2:29 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 5:29 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 10:29 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Basically, keep your wits about you today. The sun is exactly square Jupiter at 3:23 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:23 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:23 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon is void, of course, until it finally enters into the more lighthearted, adventurous, and truth-seeking fire sign of Sagittarius at 4:32 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 7:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 12:32 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Finally, in the evening, we do have a nice harmonious aspect appropriate for Easter Day, which is the moon at 2 degrees of Sagittarius in a flowing trine to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, at 2 degrees of Aries, 9:20 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 12:20 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 5:20 a.m. tomorrow, Greenwich Mean Time. So we end well, but it's been quite a day, so easy does it today, please. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what. Happy Easter. The resurrection of our spirit applies no matter what the spiritual tradition.